Okay, so in this example, we are using distributive property, and we're simplifying and collecting like terms. Okay, because we have the bracket, what's the first thing I need to do? We need to remove the brackets. Why can't I solve or simplify what's inside the bracket? Why can't I do that? Why can't I add a 1 and a 3x?
They're not like terms.
They're not like terms. So we need to actually remove the brackets. How do you remove them? What operation does a bracket indicate? Multiplication. So we're using distributive property to expand. What's 2 times 3x? 6x. What's the next part that I need to distribute? 2 times
1.
positive 1. What's 2 times positive 1? Good. Do I do 2 times 3? No. We do not distribute 2 times 3. It's not inside the bracket. This 2 is only distributed to everything inside the bracket that it's next to. So now I have a plus 3, but it's plus 3 times something. What do I do with this plus 3? What do I do with it? Distribute it. What's 3 times x? Positive 3x, good. What's the last thing I need to distribute here? 3 times negative 4. What's a positive times a negative? 3 times 4. Okay, so we finished the first step, which was to expand, right? Remove the brackets. Now what do I need to do? We're going to collect the like terms. Okay, so we have, let's start with the first one. We have, the first term is a 6x. Which term goes with 6x? Yes? Positive or negative? Good. Those two terms can go together, so let's write those together. 6x plus 3x can go together, so I've used that. Now what? Yes?
Positive 2 and negative 12.
Positive 2 and negative 12. Those can go together. Positive 2 and negative 12. Have I rearranged all the terms in the expression? Yes, I've used them all. Now it's the final step. Starts with an S. Simplify it. Add or subtract your like terms. The whole point of you putting them together was so that you could add or subtract them. Okay, so what's the final answer? 6x plus 3x. Positive 2, take away 12. Negative 10, excellent. And that's our final answer. We're done. Because we have two terms that are not alike, I can't combine that. I can't make it any smaller. Or I can't simplify it anymore. Okay, so the first thing I need to distribute is which term? Which term am I distributing? 3x squared is getting distributed over how many terms? 1, 2, 3. So let's do that part first, okay? We are going to multiply the coefficients first. So what's 3 times 4? What do I do when I'm multiplying powers? I have x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 3 becomes x to the power of 5. Good. I'm adding the exponents. Now we have positive 3 times negative 2. Maybe some of you messed up with your signs here. What's a positive times a negative? 3 times 2? X to the power of 2 times x to the power of 2 is x to the power of, good. 3 times positive 6. X to the power of 2 times x to the power of, what number can I put here? Becomes x to the power of, good. Now what? What number do I imagine here? Okay, just so you can visually see it, what happens to everything inside the bracket? The sign switches. So it becomes minus x to the power of 5, minus 5x to the power of 4, and then plus, right? Do I distribute this negative 1 times this positive 7x to the power of 5? No. Do not do that. Why not? Yep. It's not in the bracket. So what do I do with this? I just write it as is. I add it in. Good. So what are they? 12x to the power of 5. What else goes with that? Good. Let's put a 1 here, so you remember you're taking away the 1. And the Okay? And what goes with negative 6x to the power of 4? Nope. Negative, thank you. 5x to the power of 4. And see, that's your mistake. Don't forget the sign. Positive 18x to the power of 3. We have 4x to the power of 3. Rewrite your terms grouped. Okay, I'll color code it for you. And like I said, sometimes it might be easier to cross it out once you've written it so you remember not to miss something because you're just rearranging these. Okay, then we have minus 6x to the power of 4, minus 5x to the power of 4, and then our green terms. 18x to the power of 5, yep. What? Good. Negative 6 take away 5 is negative 11. Good. Excellent. Plus 22x to the power of 3, and that is the final answer. We have 3 terms that are unlike.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.